The American people are deeply unhappy with our politics right now, like truly unhappy with our politics. And I think there is a reason for that. And the reason is everyone is lying to them and they are buying the lies. And then it turns out the consequences of those lies do not result in people awakening. They just result in people turning to the next grifter who walks up the block.
Takes one to know one.
I think that actually, if I had to ballpark, looking forward to 2028, I think the leading candidate that people are really underestimating is AOC.
Yeah.
I think AOC is a serious contender. The dumb take from the right is that the reason that Zohran Mamdani is now mayor of New York, or that Mikey Sherrill won in New Jersey, or that Abigail Spanberger won in Virginia, is because people were critical of Tucker Carlson's interview with a neo-Nazi last week. I pointed this out, especially because the head of the Heritage Foundation then came out and essentially contended two things. One, that there are no circumstances under which the Heritage Foundation would cease its relationship with Tucker, none, which to me is a shocking statement coming from the head of a think tank. Traditionally, think tanks are about ideas. If the idea is that you are now against the ideas of a think tank, well, now I don't understand precisely why you should maintain connections with people who are promoting ideas antithetical to that think tank. And then he suggested that the only people who are attacking Tucker Carlson were, I believe that the word he used was a venomous coalition of people subject to a foreign power, which is some rather, I would say, unsubtle coded language. And you know, I called this out on the show on Monday because I think this has been a long time in coming. I think that Tucker frequently traffics in precisely this sort of conspiratorial thinking. I actually agree that there are permission structures for violence on all sides of the political aisle. I do think they are more deeply entrenched on the left. I'm not going to pretend that there aren't those things on the right because I know precisely from where my death threats originate. And I have 24/7 security on me and my children. Okay, like it costs us millions of dollars a year to provide security for me and my kids because of the amount of entrenched political violence in our system and permission structures that are built on that sort of thing. Well, what I am seeing, if you're asking me, morally speaking, did Donald Trump do the right thing between November 4th and January 6th? I said, I will continue to say, no, he did not. I think he was saying things that are false, with just factually false about his theories with regard to the election, about the election being stolen, about fraud. This is all adjudicated in. And frankly, I hope he gives the Ukrainians Tomahawk cruise missiles. On the facts, Ukraine did not talk the United States into the war. Like I see some evidence of attempts to collude, like Don Jr. I see some attempts of people trying to get information. It will be televised. It will be a spectacle. And it will be an electoral disaster for Republicans if this thing runs all the way through the election. I know there are a lot of Republicans who are in love with the idea that this is going to backfire on Democrats and that the attempt to, quote unquote, get Trump is going to lead to a revenge play by Trump that ends with a Republican in the White House. I'd love to see the poll data supporting that. I've yet to see one iota of data supporting that. There's a lot of data to suggest that the targeting of Trump has helped him in the primaries. I've yet to see a single piece of data suggesting that the American people are going to react to all of this lawfare against Trump by voting for Trump.